Hi everybody, I'm Lorie from Dee's, and today we are going to make the Jingle Bell swag. I have two versions that are going to be available online at shopdeeslouisville.com. We have our red bell design, and we also have our white bell design. They're both made exactly the same, so today I'm going to show you how to make the one with the white bell. So let's get started. First, I'll show you everything that's going to be in your kit. You're going to receive this beautiful berry swag that has the pine cones and a little bit of a mixture of greenery. That's going to be included in your kit. Also, we're going to have our 20-inch piece of greenery swag that we're going to use for our base to create our design. I have one large white jingle bell. These are really cute. And we're going to have our ribbons, our beautiful plaids, our Merry Christmas, our little tartan, our wire, and everything we need to get going. So let's get started. So we're going to take our 20-inch piece of garland here, and we're going to fluff this up. Now, enclosed in your kit, of course, will be the greenery tie. And I'm going to put this up around the top up here. And we're going to use this as our hanger. So we're going to pull this nice and tight. And I'm just going to make a little loop. And I'm going to hook this on my board that I work on. Now don't forget, if you're interested in these floral boards, they are available on our site. And they really come in handy so that you can see really well what it is that you're doing. Just makes it a nice way to get your work accomplished. So we're going to make sure you do the most important part is fluffing that greenery and bringing it to life. And this is a nice wide piece of greenery, so I really like the look of this. So once you get your greenery all fluffed up, we're going to take our swag piece and find my scissors. Here they are. So then I'm going to just remove the tag here. So we're going to take our swag piece and we're just going to lay it right up on top. Next, I'm going to take a piece of this cloth covered wire that will be included in your kit, and I'm going to wire this to my swag. So we're just going to take this and put this right up against the swag and pull the wire around the back. And again, we're just going to twist this just like you would a bread tie to attach that to the swag. Trim off our excess wire. And then we can just hook this right back up here on our board. So we've got that nice and snug in there. You can remove this little jute tie if you want, or you can leave it on. It's not going to matter one way or the other. So we've got that in there all nice and tight. And then we're just going to go through and kind of spread out the berries and the greenery into our background swag. Flip our little pine cones around. Spread these out. You can bring a piece of the red berries up towards the top if you'd like. Kind of put them up there so you can have some coloring up there. Okay. So next, we're going to take our bell. These are really fun. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to remove this jute hanger off of my bell. And of course, I'm going to remove the pricing tag. And I'm going to take a piece of my wire. And we're going to go right up in our swag. A little towards the top, about halfway, maybe just slightly above the midway point. You're going to take your piece of wire and you're going to run that through the bell like so. And we're just going to pull that up in there. And again, we're going to pull that wire around the back. And we're going to twist that really nice and tight to hold that bell in there nice and secure. So now we have our bell all attached to our swag. So next, we're going to do our bow. So we picked some really fun ribbons. So I have this beautiful plaid. I have the Merry Christmas. And I also have the tartan. So first, what I want to do is on the Merry Christmas ribbon, we want this to make some beautiful tails where you can read both sides. So I'm going to trim this where I have Merry Christmas, y'all, Merry Christmas, y'all. And then when we put this in, we're going to use this as our tails to hang down to show the wording. So let's start out with our plaid. Pinch, twist, pinch and gather, twist, pinch and gather. So this is when we're going to put in our Merry Christmas, y'all. So I'm going to put this right on there. So I have my little tails that'll hang down in my piece where I want them to. And then I'm going to take the rest of my Merry Christmas, y'all ribbon, and I'm going to put this in here so that I can create some loops for my bow. Okay, and next we're going to take our pretty little tartan plaid here, and we're going to make a couple of loops using that right on top. Okay, so now take your wire, and we're going to wire that off right in the center of our bow. And you have your beautiful bow made up. So we're going to fluff up our loops and tie this right in here. So you can tie this at the top if you want. I tend to like to tie it right above where I have attached my bell. So just right up there where that loop is. And we're just going to wire our bow right on. And then you want to go back in and fluff up your bow. And you know the most important part is trimming those tails so they look nice and pretty. You want to take your streamers and make sure you separate that so you have a Merry Christmas, y'all, on this side and a Merry Christmas, y'all, on this side. I'm going to trim my little plaid. Trim this little plaid. And you can go back and move your little tails to spread your colors out through your piece. One more little tail to cut in there. Okay, so we've got that all fluffed up and all of our tails trimmed. So we have the upper half of our swag done, and now we're going to do the bottom. So on the bottom, we're going to take our plaid, twist, pinch, gather, twist, pinch, gather. And then we've got our tartan. So we're going to drop a little bit longer tail on our tartan so it can hang off on the bottom and look really pretty. Make our loop, twist, pinch, gather, and then we have our little tail. So now I'm going to wire this off. Just wrap that wire right around the center of that bow and twist that off. And then we're just going to go right in below the bell, just right below, and just wrap that around that greenery, wrap that wire around that swag, and you're just going to twist it again. Trim off your excess wire. And then, of course, the important part, trimming our tails. And there you have it. This is absolutely adorable bell swag. Quick and easy to make. So these will be available at shopdeeslouisville.com. You can choose the white version or you can choose the red version. They're both made just as easily. And thanks for tuning in today and joining us. And stay tuned for some more great ideas from Dees.